I've been a fisherman since I left school, and it was a long time ago. So I've been fishing now for a living 62 or 3 years. This day and age, just Cadgwith is where I was brought up. That's where I fish from. Virtually the same size boat, where the original boat was wood, whereas the new one's plastic. Nothing's changed an awful lot except for materials. Engine isn't particularly much bigger. It's been quite environmentally friendly sort of fishing activity all my life, really. We never got into big boats and big engines and buying and selling licenses and everything. I've been single-handed for probably 40 years, although now I take somebody with me in my old age just to give me a hand. And I'm sort of semi-retired now and just work a few pots because I still like doing it. And the financial thing isn't really sort of part of it now. I might still sell lobsters and everything, but it's more of a existence that I've always had, and I sort of still like doing it. So, I mean, when I started, after 2 or 3 years, I joined the Merchant Navy and went, so I have travelled around the world on big ships, and then I was in Lizard Lifeboat for 25 years. We're on the road heading for the station, so when they're cold now, I still put the radio on and listen to see what's on, and but got no great ambition of getting out of bed 3 o'clock in the morning and going on that. Well, a small pot I could probably turn out in hour and a half, and a big one probably, if I pull my finger out, and do about 3 a day. People don't use them though. They're not cost effective, not for a commercial fishing boat. People still buy them to put one out in their rowing boat or whatever it is they got for a bit of fun, just catch a lobster for dinner. Yeah. And then the pot, if they don't lose it, ends up in the garden with a flower pot stuck in it. And they look lovely, but that's about their life cycle now. But there's been quite a few people through the country, probably via the internet, started to make them in Devon and Cornwall. So I would say 10 years ago there was only 3 or 4. Now there's probably a dozen, I expect. Probably some people got a bit more time on their hands, and perhaps work is different. And there is a bit of a thing to use willow, which is lovely material, very, very natural, very strong. I always say to anybody having a go, the willow won't take any prisoners. It'll win. It'll beat you. It's a lot stronger than you are, so you can't afford to mess about with it. You've got to tell them who's boss, really. Probably took me and my father 3 or 4 years, and even now when I start in the winter making pots, the first 2 or 3, it takes you a minute to sort of get used to what you're doing. Once you get started, you're sort of away, and occasionally one will turn out good, another one will turn out like the one I first made. Just looks absolute rubbish. That's all I fished with once. I spent the whole winter making them, and then I have known the whole winter making them, put them out the first week, and lost quite a lot with bad weather. So it was a different world in those days. You had to turn around and start making them again. No, Cadgwith is very buoyant at the moment. There's a lot of youngsters there, and they lots of new boats, newish boats. They're beach boats built for the beach. It's just different to a harbour. They got steel bands on the keels so it doesn't hurt the keel, and they're winched up every day and pushed out every day with a tractor. Well, it is a pretty place. No, it hasn't changed as much as there isn't obviously so many boats, and they haven't really changed shape. They've got a little bit bigger. They're obviously all made of plastic now, not wood.